Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with West Point Warriors head football coach, Kevin McCravy, powered by Campus Traditions. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
Welcome in, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you for you guys being here again today.
All righty. So you had a big win 2 weeks ago against Lawrence County. You beat them 41-8. Tell us about that night.
Well, we had a really good week of practice.
Yeah.
And tell the kids every week that you can't win a game on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but you sure can lose a game on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Absolutely.
By practice effort. So, but we had a pretty good week of practice.
Yeah.
And we went out there and just did what we had to do to win a game. And
right.
It was the practice was the result. How well we practiced was the result of that.
Okay. All right. Very good. So did very well on both sides of the ball. Who played well for you? Let's start with the offense.
Offensively, Ollie Howell, he only played one half, but he ended up actually earning the first and sold 5A Player of the Week for that game. I believe he had 125 yards rushing.
Right.
Defensively, Bryant Moon and Rush Lamar, they've been playing very well all year long, and they continue to have a good game against Lawrence County.
Nice. Very good. So this past week obviously was a bye week. We talked about that. But next up, you have Hayden tomorrow night. Coach Eads is a brand new coach up there. He's not new, but he's new to Hayden, and they're trying to figure things out. They're 0-5 right now, so they're struggling a little bit. What do you expect to see from the Wildcats?
I expect them to be physical.
Okay.
For sure. Flipping on film and looking at them on film.
Right.
They look like they're physical.
Yeah.
And they do play in a tough region. So
yes, they do.
That's a tough region to be in. So, but I do expect them to play very physically tomorrow night. There's no doubt about that.
Okay. All right. Coach, is it easier or more difficult to prepare for a team that you're really kind of expected to beat?
Well, I think with us, and we've actually talked about this during the bye week and this week, I don't think that we're at a point right now where we're mature enough to say we should beat this team.
Right.
So, we're kind of checking our maturity level with things like that right now. I don't think that we're in any position to go out and say that we expect to beat anyone. We want to beat, we hope to, we want to.
Right.
But right now, I don't think our mindset is exactly at the maturity level where we can just go out and say, hey, we expect to win this game. We expect to beat this team.
But at the same time, you want to keep that intensity level high. And sometimes if you are expected to beat them and that feeling permeates the team, there could be a little bit of a let up, couldn't there? There
could be, yeah, there could be. And we've had this week may have been the best week of practice that we've had.
Excellent.
And that's something that we kind of, when we went to the bye week, and I told you guys last time that we were going to get back to fundamentals and get back to doing what we do.
Right.
And we've continued that focus this week at practice. And we're also kind of at the point in the year where you might start shaving 5 or 10 minutes off of practice and maybe start shaving 1 or 2 reps off of certain periods. And we're at that point too. So last week I think helped. For us to be fresh this week, and then also was starting to cut some things out of practice time. I think that's probably what led to the week that we've had this week. But the intensity's been there, the focus has been there, and the consistency has been there this week.
Very good. So on Friday the 3rd of October, you travel to Priceville. And a little bit different story there, Coach. They are 4-1 thus far. How do you prepare for the Bulldogs?
Preparation-wise, we're still, it's been everything that I've preached since I've been here is we're going to look, we're going to get better as us. We're going to work on us.
Yes.
But knowing, I've went ahead and started talking to people about Priceville, and I know that they're much improved from last year. There's no doubt. I mean, the record shows that. But if you talk to anybody that's played them, they are so much more improved than they were last year. They're extremely physical. Yeah. And so we do expect a tough game, but at the same time, also working on us, that's also a region game. So
for sure.
For down the road for playoff implications, this is
very
a big
important
game. So we kind of have to go in with that mindset too.
Okay. All right. So after tomorrow night, you literally sit at the middle of your schedule. Give us an assessment of the team to this point.
Well, I think I think there's been a lot of things that have surprised us as coaches, things that we did not, maybe at first think we'd be able to do. And then there's also a lot of things that we thought we would exceed in that we've not done as well as we had hoped. So it's kind of like, we've used these first 4 games to like, okay, who are we?
Yes.
We're going to do what we do on both sides of the ball, but who are we?
Right.
And I think that's been the biggest takeaway right now, getting to that halfway point in the season is we're like, okay, we have a much better idea of what type of team we have.
Right.
Are they a film team? Are they a walkthrough team? Are they a practice team?
Yes.
So I think that being where we are right now at the midpoint of the
there.
season, I think that we've kind of got it pinned down to exactly who we have and who's on the bus with us.
Gotcha. Good deal. So the back half of the season, what are your goals for that?
Obviously, we want to make the playoffs.
Sure.
And our region is very competitive. Mm-hmm. We're sitting at 1-1 in the region right now.
Right.
With a lot of region games left.
Yes.
So that the goal is to make the playoffs, and right now the whole region is wide open.
Okay.
We got you got teams that are sitting on top that still haven't played each other, and things like that. But the main goal is we as a coaching staff do want to make the playoffs, and the kids they've talked about making the playoffs too. But the biggest thing again is like each week we got to work on us.
Exactly. That's what you got to do. That's the bottom line, isn't it, Coach?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Coach, that's our show. We appreciate your time. And as always, we appreciate yours. Join us again in a couple of weeks for another West Point edition of Coach Speak.